First question, Joyce Pajares ng Standard.
Sir, good morning. Sir, how do we intend to increase the bandwidth of telecommunication companies without increasing power costs? Are we looking at tax breaks?
I think I'll have to refer you to Secretary Ivan Uy for the technical aspects of how we will be able to do that. No? As far as power is concerned, the primary focus now has to be in the provision of uh, reliable, reliable power supply, especially in Mindanao. And to that end, I'm again caught in a situation where there is good news, but this good news has to be validated completely and vetted. It goes against the conventional wisdom that existed prior to our assumption into office. What is clear is that there is surplus in Luzon and Visayas. The issue of interconnection with Mindanao is the thing that I cannot discuss with you at this point in time. But we are on the way, no, to really having that reliable supply of power nationwide. If we can move to another question, I'm really not that comfortable answering or assuring the people of something that is not yet concretized completely.
Sir, with your indulgence, the Senate has passed a resolution urging you to immediately suspend the excessive allowances of GOCCs and GFI officials. Are you amenable to this, sir?
There is already an existing law. No? It's an executive order, series of 2001, that was not implemented. I am awaiting the draft coming from the DBM on how to tighten up that existing executive order, precisely to prevent the excessive pay benefit packages that the GOCCs have, some of the GOCCs have been basking in for such a long time. Of course, there is some resistance from those who have gotten all of this fat pays, no? But we will insist that their positions due to government and the benefits are also due government and the people. So hopefully by next week that will become already part of the law of the land. They had to do an inventory actually of all of the GOCCs, all the various pays that they are getting, the bonuses, etc. How the legalities of how they manage to afford themselves all of this, and come up with an all-encompassing EO that will rationalize, no? Meaning put a cap and a limit to what should be the pay packages for these government nominees.
Joel Ginto, Bloomberg.
Mr. President, sir, earlier this week you said that by the end of the week there will be corrective measures in as far as in the aftermath of what happened in the Quirino Grandstand. So what corrective measures have come up with?
Well, number one, I went to Bikutan and Camp Bagong Tiwa the other day, and that was in an effort to investigate certain leads, no, that have been given our way. We are now in the process of documenting the findings that we had and getting the supporting documentation with regards to supporting our findings there. No? There has already been an order to the Director General of the PNP to make sure that certain people who are engaged in questionable practices be prevented from inflicting any more of such actions on the people. They have been suspended in holding capacities, no, their previous capacities, those that are still in service. Hopefully by Monday, we will be able to show you what we have unearthed, no, which was, in a sense, parang we got pointed in this direction precisely because of the debacle at the grandstand. Then we, of course, will be awaiting the findings of the investigating body, and then we will proceed. After that, because you have afforded the process or due process to everybody who has been, shall we say, implicated. We will know precisely all of the areas or most of the areas that need to be addressed to prevent such a recurrence. By next week also, I hope to be able to demonstrate the capacities of our security forces in securing our people. But this might require some travel on your part to be able to demonstrate all of their capabilities or a lot of their capabilities.
Willard.
Good morning, sir. Sir, mukhang inaasahan po kayo kanina sa Camp Bagong Diwa para sa crisis management exercises. Bakit daw po hindi kayo nakarating?
The three scheduled appointments for me today are this one, Then I'm meeting with the head of the International Civil Aviation Organization now precisely to address yung downgrading natin. We're hoping to get him to assist us in getting back our status. And then there is a previously scheduled graduation ceremony for the Masters in National Security Administration by the National Defense College of the Philippines. Then I'm talking also with some members of the leadership of the House who have asked also for an appointment. So that is a rushed seminar that was not part of the schedules that have been, normally the schedules are done 2 weeks prior to the day. So medyo little late.
Thank you, sir.
Chris Jose?
Sir, this there is a retired Army General, a Sergeant Palencia. Nag-threaten siya na gagawin din daw niya yung ginawa ni Mendoza if the government failed to give his part of his benefits. He's referring to the broken service from Feb 24, 1988 to August 14, 1994. Do you have any corrective measures for this, sir?
Sorry, any good question? Si Mendoza was asking. Sorry.
No, sir. As meron pong isang retired sergeant ng Philippine Army, ang nag-threaten na gagayahin niya yung ginawa ni Mendoza kapag nabigo ang gobyerno na ibigay din yung part ng kanyang benepisyo. Ang nire-refer niya, sir, benefits daw niya dun sa broken service from Feb 24, 1988 to August 14, 1994.
Well, check natin kung nagsabi siya ng ganyan, hindi tama ho nananakot. At palagi ko doon pa lang ho, may violation na ng ating mga batas. Pero patitingnan rin po natin kung meron siyang, siguro mukhahin natin, meron naman hong proseso. Hindi ho ba pwedeng daanan niya yung proseso? Kung hindi ho tama yung mga sistema umiiral, pwede po niya sulatan natin tanggapan para meron tayong base para matingnan kung ano yung mga dinadaing niya. Mahirap naman hong nananakot siya. Paalala lang ho, hindi pwedeng manakot ng gano'n. Hindi ko alam kung serious threat, grave threats na ginagawa ko pag ganyan. That is extremely wrong. He should desist from it. Then he should go through the process. Otherwise, if a wrong was committed to him, doing another wrong will not rectify the situation.
Huling dalawang tanong, si Royces.
Mr. President, what has been your directives to the Department of Foreign Affairs with regards to the case of 5 OFWs in death row in China? And do you think the botched hostage-taking incident could somehow affect the chances of saving the lives of the 5 Pinoys?
If I remember correctly, the advice of the DFA is it is better to do it through back-channel means, no? Less, parang low profile, which we are not helping by discussing it right now. Yung low profile has been the established way of effecting, parang China values its sovereignty like we do. They do not like to be told what to do with their own affairs. I guess it's the message that has been transmitted to me. So we are going to employ the same strategy that resulted in successes in the past. So if you don't mind, let us not discuss that further.
Last question, Chris Odronio.
Sir, sinabi po ni Senator Escudero that Secretary Robredo would have a rough...
Sorry, Secretary who?
Robredo po. Mahirapan daw pong ma-confirm ng Commission of Appointments dahil po dun sa poor handling ng hostage crisis.
I think Secretary Robredo will be able to explain. And primarily, at that point in time, we haven't really affected... As you know, the portfolio for Secretary of Interior and Local Government, that portfolio I took upon myself until we nominated Secretary Robredo. When I got him, I did tell him that at this point in time, when we're trying to consolidate, especially with our security forces, I will retain direct supervision on the PNP until such time that he has addressed yung other concerns, specifically our promises to the informal settlers sector of our country, who have been waiting since 1994. So there is a need for a comprehensive plan there. There is also a need to, shall we say, improve the local government units. There are so many things that have to be tackled by that agency, especially in delivery of services, will ultimately reside on the LGUs. So I asked him to concentrate in that, and I will retain for the interim yung control over the PNP. So at the end of the day, I am responsible for everything that has transpired.
Okay. Sir, pwede bang pahabol si Dilon daw? Last question, Dilon.
Sir, appointments. Tuloy ang barangay election sa October, di ba?
Tuloy ang barangay elections.
Barangay elections.
Yes.
So, does that mean na magkakaroon ng appointments ban?
Yung
Matatay yung
appointments,
hands mo sa-
appointments, if I understand correctly, especially
2 months before.
In temporary appointments, we have to finish by September, by this month, no? So we will just finish. Hindi naman siguro tailored, pero substantial. We've been pressing the ES and the PMS.
So,
Yung sa ban, I'll have to check on that, no?
Kailan yung last yung deadline mo bago magkaroon?
I'll have to check. Naglabas pa lang yata ang COMELEC ng guidelines.
So it's not 2 months before? It's not 2 months before?
I'm not sure if it's 2 months before. Let me check on the answer so I give you the correct answer.
Kasi sir, kahit
Okay, thank you. Maraming salamat, Mr.
Okay
President.
na?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.